Bighorn sheep. Bighorn sheep, Ovis canadensis, are a species of wild sheep that inhabit the mountainous regions of North America, from Alaska to Mexico. They are named for their large, curved horns that can weigh up to 30 pounds in males, which they use for dominance and protection during mating season and territorial disputes. Bighorn sheep are social animals that typically live in groups called bands or herds, consisting of ewes, lambs, and young males. Mature males, known as rams, often form separate bachelor groups or solitary lifestyles. They have a thick, woolly coat that helps them survive in the cold, high-altitude environments where they live. Bighorn sheep are herbivores and primarily feed on grasses, shrubs, and other vegetation found in their mountainous habitat. They have keen eyesight and excellent balance, which helps them navigate the steep and rocky terrain where they live. Bighorn sheep were once abundant throughout their range, but their populations have been reduced due to overhunting, disease, and habitat loss. Conservation efforts have helped to stabilize some populations, and hunting is now strictly regulated in most areas to ensure the species' survival. Here are some interesting life facts about bighorn sheep. Number 1. Lifespan. Bighorn sheep can live up to 15 years in the wild, but their lifespan is generally shorter due to predation, disease, and environmental factors. Number 2. Social behavior. Bighorn sheep are social animals that live in groups, known as bands or herds. The size of these groups can range from a few individuals to several dozen, depending on factors such as habitat quality and availability of resources. Number 3. Reproduction. Breeding typically occurs in the fall, and females, ewes, give birth to 1 or 2 lambs in the spring. Lambs can walk within hours of birth, and are weaned by 4 to 6 months of age. Number 4. Horns. Both male and female bighorn sheep have horns, but the horns of males, rams, are much larger and more curved. Horn size and shape can vary among individuals and populations, and are used for defense and dominance displays. Number 5. Diet. Bighorn sheep are herbivores, and primarily feed on grasses, forbs, and shrubs. They are adapted to grazing in harsh mountain environments, and have specialized digestive systems that allow them to extract nutrients from tough and fibrous plant material. Number 6. Habitat. Bighorn sheep inhabit rugged mountainous terrain, ranging from desert scrublands to alpine meadows. They are found throughout western North America, from Alaska to Mexico, and are highly adapted to living in extreme environments. Number 7. Conservation. Bighorn sheep populations have declined significantly in some areas due to overhunting, habitat loss, and disease. Conservation efforts, including habitat restoration, translocation, and hunting regulations, have helped to stabilize some populations and promote their recovery. Bighorn sheep face a number of biological challenges that affect their survival and reproduction. Here are some examples. Number 1. Disease. Bighorn sheep are susceptible to a number of infectious diseases, including pneumonia, which can be fatal. The risk of disease transmission is higher in areas where domestic sheep and goats are present, as these species can carry pathogens that can be transmitted to bighorn sheep. Number 2. Predation. Bighorn sheep are preyed upon by a number of predators, including mountain lions, wolves, and coyotes. Predation rates can vary depending on factors such as habitat quality and predator density. Number 3. Habitat loss and fragmentation. Bighorn sheep require large contiguous areas of suitable habitat to survive. Habitat loss and fragmentation due to human development, land use changes, and climate change can restrict the movement and dispersal of bighorn sheep populations, which can lead to reduced genetic diversity and increased risk of inbreeding. Number 4. Climate change. Bighorn sheep are adapted to living in high-altitude environments, which are particularly vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Rising temperatures, changes in precipitation patterns, and reduced snowpack can affect the quality and availability of bighorn sheep habitat, as well as the distribution and abundance of their food sources. Number 5. Human disturbance. Bighorn sheep are sensitive to human disturbance, including recreational activities such as hiking, camping, and hunting. These activities can disrupt bighorn sheep behavior, cause stress, and reduce reproductive success.